Hello everyone. Let's talk about a shrink wrap modifier in Blender, specifically about the projection mode. So you can put a sticker or a decal or any text or image on a mesh without having to paint it or unwrap it or anything like that. So first of all, you're gonna need a painting program or vector program, which I'm using Affinity Designer, and the image that you're gonna use is gonna have to be a PNG or any image that has an alpha channel, a transparency channel. So I'm just gonna make a simple text image. In Affinity, it doesn't matter which size it is because I'm just gonna export the selection. So let's make some text, write some text. Let's maybe make it a little bigger. Just gonna put some random numbers and letters. Let me move it. I'm just gonna change the font, make it look better a little bit. Let me see if I got something to make some font to make it look kind of like sci-fi type of font. There we go. Let me make it a dark red, maybe something like that. Okay, I'm gonna export it as a PNG, and I'm only gonna export the text selection without the background. Export. Alright, let's go into Blender. So I have this ship in Blender, low poly that I made, maybe 20 minutes. And first of all, the object that you're gonna work on needs to have a material assigned to it. So I'm just gonna assign a simple material to it. The existing material is going to be right here. I'm just going to change the color, maybe make it a green or something, dark, something like that. If you want to get into more detail you can, but I'm just going to leave it as is for this purpose. So now to do this, you're going to need an add-on that it comes with Blender. This is called import images as planes. So all you have to do is take this and install it. So now in object mode, press Shift A, then go to image and images as planes, and then go to the folder where you saved your text and import it as is. As you can see, that alpha channel is needed, so you won't have a background on this image. Now see, the plane that this add-on created, it doesn't have any subdivisions on it. So first of all, you're gonna have to create some subdivisions. Now I have to tell you, the more subdivisions you create, the better this is gonna shrink wrap around the edges, especially if you have sharp edges like this. If you have something high poly, yeah, you're gonna need to probably bring it to the same level of divisions as the object. So let me subdivide it in edit mode, and I'm gonna take it all the way to 10. I think it's the maximum we can go, and then I'm gonna subdivide it again a few times. This is just the way it is. You're gonna have a lot of polygons if you want to shrink wrap it around the corners pretty well. Okay, so now you won't see anything happening because you need to add the modifier. So go to the key wrench and then add modifier, and add the shrink wrap modifier. And then after you did that, you need to click this eyedropper and choose the object that you want the projection on. Okay, so it's gonna look something like that. Now here in the mode where it says near surface point, choose project or project, and it's gonna be positive or negative. Now this this mesh, the plane that was created with the text on it, it's got two faces like any mesh, and if you put positive, you'll find out which side it is towards the object. Because if you move this on the other side, you'll see that it projects towards that side, so that's the negative side. So you want positive on this side. Okay, so I'm gonna stay negative to project on this side, or you can put positive and just turn the object, this plane 180 degrees, which I'll do. So I'll show you. So this is the z-axis, so R Z 180, and you'll see that oh oops, I don't know what I did here. R Z 180, enter, and there you go. Now it does this because, think about it, think about this as a projector, and this would be the ray of lights that you project on something, and if it doesn't hit it correctly, it's just gonna bounce off. So let me resize it and see if I can resize it. S. Alright, so see here, it'll project it here, but where it misses, it's just gonna do a ray of this text. So if you move it, you'll see that it projects correctly. So if you take it down right here, it'll project it here, but if you look on the side, it's just logical that it won't project here because you can't see it. It'll project here a little bit because you can, but on the side you won't be able to see. So basically what you have to do in that case, if you put see if you can move this also, it doesn't matter how far it is, but when you're gonna apply this modifier, this mesh is gonna move inside here. It's just gonna stay there, and you're gonna have a high poly mesh inside the object that you created. So what I'm gonna shrink it a little bit, S. Okay, so we can see it better. Let me side view. So the reason that you can't see it right is because it's actually right at the same level with the mesh. So what you have to do is go to the offset here and take it out just a little bit. I'm gonna take it maybe 0.01 meters outside. So now see, it's clear because it's outside the mesh. So don't forget that we're in render mode here. You're gonna be able to see it here in this mode, but if you take it here in the what is this mode, the shading mode, you're not gonna be able to see it because the texture is only you can see the material only in the render mode. So let's talk about this again, you know, so you understand it before you use it. See, if you take it down, for example, here you're gonna have this problem because you have an obstruction here, because this projects. That's what you have to understand. This is a projector. So what can you do in this situation? Maybe you want to put your sticker right here on the corner. Well, it's simple. All you have to do is press shift space and rotate it to 45 degrees, or you can just push R. Let me see what's the axis here. That's Y. So you rotate it in the axis that you wanna project it to. So it'll be R, Y, and I think it's minus 45. Minus 45. See, now it projects this way. Oops. Let me do it again. R, Y, minus 45. Enter. And then if you take it up, and you project it here on the corner, it works because it's just a simple projector. That's all it is. That's all you have to understand. And if you take it up here, the same. See? Or if you have a cylinder, like I have these guns here, the best way to project it is at 45 degrees, just like I did. So let's take it up there and see how that works. Let me bring this in a little bit. See, that would be the correct way to project it on a cylinder on 45 degrees, because you're always gonna have this angle around the cylinder. See, now you can just resize it, and there you go. And that is the whole process. So I'm gonna go through it again. This right here, the offset, takes the projection outside the mesh. So if I change this, let's take it real high, see? It takes the projection outside the mesh. So I'm just gonna put 0.01, just a little bit outside. It won't be visible. This will project it. No, this is calling faces. You don't need to worry about that. But this right here, the direction is the direction it's projected on. So in positive, it goes this way, which would be the same way this plane is facing. Negative, of course, is gonna be the other way. And you can do both too. Like, see, if you will project this way, and if you go down, project both ways, but I don't see why would you do that. Anyway, now if you see here that mine is the other way around, you can just rotate it. Let's see. See, now it's projected the correct way. Okay, you just rotate it. All you have to do is let's see. RY 45, and then RZ 180. Enter. Let's see, it's not rotated to 45. I'm gonna rotate it 45 degrees on the, hold on a second, on the y-axis. Y minus 45. So yeah, when you project an image on this cylinders, I would project it at 45 degrees. That way you don't get any distortion. So there you go. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Subscribe. I have more videos coming, and you know, I try to be as clear as I can. My English is not perfect, but you know, if you have any suggestions, please don't be afraid to mention them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and you guys take care. Bye bye.